So.
Oh, beautiful. Is that Hayford?
Yes, sir.
Good to hear from you. Okay. So, good afternoon, Esther. Good afternoon, Richardson. Good afternoon, Rosalind. Good afternoon, Margaret. I want to hear your voices. So somebody will say, I want to see your voice.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are we all doing?
Yeah, we are doing perfectly well.
Fine, Mr. J, we are doing well.
Now I can hear you. Now I can hear
I
you.
use without the microphone.
We are fine.
I feel I'm in Monka.
Earpiece. I feel too trapped in it.
Okay, so we thank you all for joining today's session. Last week, by this time, we had a beautiful session with Patricia Amponsa Frempong. Patricia joined us all the way from Chicago, United Methodist Nursing Services. And I believe by the time Patricia was done, you had a full picture or have a full idea of what the work of a CNA is. The work of the CNA is. And hello, Grace. I can see.
Hello, I'm here.
Can I say hi to the young man standing by you? Hello. Good. So today we're going to have another interaction with yet another Ghanaian who has worked with Rose for how many years now, she's going to tell you. And she knows United Methodist for at least more than a decade. And she's going to interact with us so that it prepares us as we prepare you to take you to the United States to join her and others to work as nurses, as caregivers, and what have you. So
the sky will be your limit.
The sky will be your limit. Good. She is called Grace Baddoo. Grace Baddoo. I hope I am not destroying your surname.
That's it, Grace Baddoo.
Grace Baddoo, okay.
Yeah.
So Grace is a Ghanaian who migrated to the US. I lived there for some time now and is working with United Methodist in Chicago for a very long time now. And she is a licensed practical nurse. So note, Rose is not a CNA. Rose is not a certified nurse assistant. She's a licensed practical nurse. So she professionally, she is Patricia's boss. Professionally. Yes. All right, Grace. So gathered on this Zoom call today are Ghanaians, nurses, some are physician assistants, some are non-health workers, a wide variety of them that have joined the program, joined our recruitment program at various stages of our recruitment process that we eventually land them in the US, just like you, to start working as nurses, as caregivers, as CNAs.
Sure.
And we are so delighted, we are so excited for you to take time to be with us. We are sincerely grateful to you. Now, so are you a Ghanaian, Grace?
Yes. I am a Ghanaian from Volta region.
Okay.
Yeah, Peki.
Peki,
but
right.
Yeah, but I live mostly in Accra.
Okay.
Though I was born in Koforidua, where the beautiful flowers are.
Yes, the Koforidua flowers. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you had your education here in Ghana before leaving to the US?
Sure, yeah. I got to the extent of, I went to Universal College, which later became Yulokrobo Secondary School.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, in Somane.
Okay.
And then after that,
Hmm.
I did some secretarial duties.
Okay.
Yeah, I attended a secretarial school and then ended up in the University of Ghana with library and archival studies.
Okay.
So I worked with Bank for Housing and Construction,
Wow.
then Bank for Housing and Construction.
Yes.
Yes, as a private secretary.
Okay.
From 1987 to the year 2000.
Okay.
And that's when I migrated to this place.
Oh, I see.
So I was a private secretary at the bank.
Okay.
And then whilst I was at the bank, that's when I went to Legon to do the library and archival studies. So I was also taking care of Bank for Housing's library.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
Bank for Housing, we used to have, are you guys in Kumasi?
Yes.
Yeah, we used to have about 2 branches. I remember the Hapa Road one.
Okay.
There's Hapa Road in Kumasi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there's Hapa Road. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So in the year 2000, I joined my husband here, September 2000.
Okay.
I joined my husband here. And then in the year 2003, when I got to the US, I noticed that, I had to train myself. I have to go to school to find a job.
Yes.
Jobs are readily available in the health sectors.
Okay.
So I tried to look for a job as to work with the library and stuff like that. It was taking too long. So I just decided to go to Harry Truman College, where I had a training as a CNA, certified nursing assistant.
Okay.
Yeah. So I attaining that certificate, I found a job with United Methodist Senior Services. That is in the year 2003, and I've been there since now. So once I was, so when you calculate from 2003 up to date,
yes,
that's
about 20 years. We're in 2023,
exactly,
right?
March this year was 20 years.
20 years.
Yes, wow. And I kind of asked myself, How did I get to that? So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I work as a certified nursing assistant for almost 9 years
Okay.
at the same place, United Methodist, and then I decided to, further my education.
Okay.
And then, climb the ladder a little bit.
Yes.
So I went to Northwestern Technical Institute where they offer nursing programs like the LPN, licensed practical nursing. So whilst I was at United Methodist, I was working and going to school, nursing school as well. So after that, I joined the nurses, in the year 2012, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So since then, I've been a nurse at United Methodist.
Okay. So back home, you were a librarian and a bit of a banker, and then a secretary.
Yes.
And then you transitioned from Ghana to the US, and then you are now a nurse.
Yes.
That is great. In Ghana, that would have been impossible for you to become a nurse if you hadn't started nursing from your mother's womb and stayed on that nursing course.
Yes, I would have actually have to go to the proper nursing school, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's what we do here too. So I just switched the profession from a banker or a private secretary or whatever, and then I became a nurse. And that is accessible, to a job as far as jobs are concerned.
Yes.
Yeah. So once I got that, I could have tried other things too. I tried to do to become a registered nurse.
Okay.
But for unforeseen reasons, I got stalled.
Oh,
but I guess I'm still doing nursing, so I'm okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So back here, our program focuses on two areas. Our program covers, we are recruiting people for CNA and then for RNs. The RNs will do the NCLEX program. The NCLEX program, Ghana, the only place you can take the exams, the NCLEX exams, is in South Africa.
Oh yeah, there is no NCLEX in Ghana.
Yes, there's no NCLEX exam center in Ghana or in any of our neighboring countries.
Yeah.
So we need to fly all our applicants to South Africa to take the NCLEX. However, the CNAs, they can take the exams here in Ghana. In fact, they can take it in our offices. And then when they pass, when they pass the exams, they will file for their green card and then later their visas. So that when they arrive in the States, we'll pay for them to now do the NCLEX exams.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that is the structure of our program. So now you are in the States for more than 20 years. Well, with United Methodist 20 years.
Yes.
How is working
23.
23 years. How is working for United Methodist like?
United Methodist is a very warm place, welcoming place, because it's a health sector, and we are supposed to take care of people who needed our services, the community that needed or need our services.
Yes.
So we have about 60 residents
Okay.
in total or more. And then we have different floors. We have skilled floors, and then we have dementia floors.
Okay.
Yeah, and so on and so forth. And they actually also train you whilst you are on the job already after getting all your certificates and everything, and then you are being employed there. You have things like in-service training regarding the job.
Okay. Okay. And so as a licensed practical nurse, what do you do as a licensed practical nurse?
In a typical day of a licensed practical nurse, you go in there taking responsibility for the well-being of the residents that you are assigned to. So you pass medications.
Okay.
You assess residents when they are not feeling well.
Okay.
Or basically, you always assess your residents because you
Yes.
interact with them. You're
Okay.
giving them medicine, you're giving them food, you're giving them other health care treatments, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So you are there with them until you leave for the day.
Okay. That's good. And so as a licensed practical nurse, you can give medication because the CNAs cannot give medications.
No, the CNAs don't do medications. The CNAs actually takes care of like showers,
Okay.
feeding,
Yes.
and all other things, ADLs, keeping
Yes.
them clean and dry and feeding them, clothing them, just like you would take care of a child, but these are adults,
Yes. Yes.
and make sure that they are okay,
Yes.
And sometimes do some activities and things with them.
Okay. All right. And you can an LP pass things like IV lines, cannulas,
No,
insert
we
catheters.
LPNs don't do that, but we have registered nurses there too.
Okay.
So they can supervise, do all those things.
Okay.
Yeah, there are things licensed practical nurses do, and then there are things that they don't, or if they do, they should do them under the supervision of a registered nurse.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. That's exciting. And so Rose Polycarpio?
Oh my God. Yes, I know Rose very well.
For how
Rose
long
was the
now?
one that hired me.
Okay.
Yeah, when I went to look for a job at United Methodist.
23 years ago.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
She hired me. So since then, she's been my boss. And I remember I was in Ghana in the year 2018.
Okay.
And then when I was in Ghana, I noticed that there were a lot of nurses, registered nurses, BSNs and other things. In actual fact, I met one that did nursing at Kwame Nkrumah University, right?
Okay, yes, KNUST.
And then, she was my sister's nurse at home. The sister with which I lived when I was on vacation in Ghana, she was her nurse.
Yes, okay.
So we interacted a lot, and then I noticed that, this nurse is just here checking only on my sister, and it's not actually doing that much. It's just like checking the blood glucose and then blood pressure, and then, trying to do what a nurse should do with it. But then the other question was, why are you in this setting, this place? And then she said she couldn't find a job in the hospital or any clinic anywhere because the nursing profession is kind of choked. The job is, so you have to stay for a while. So that's when I got back to Chicago, I know Rose does this business by helping his people from the Philippines,
Okay.
I've been a CNA there for 9 years, and then I'm there as a nurse, total 20 years. So the Filipinos come all the time in the Philippines. Periodically, they come in, and I, as an LPN, even train them.
Okay.
Some could be BSN, but I train them and everything, and then they stay in there and then work. They work for about 3 years and stuff like that. And then they decide to go wherever they want to go, or they still stay in there.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, whilst they are working there, they look for other jobs. I see them look for other jobs that can give them more income or more experience, but they get the experience from us over there. So I know Rose very well. So I spoke to Rose. I'm like, Rose, hey, I went on vacation in Ghana. And just like you bring nurses to the Philippines, you can also do that for Ghanaians, So we used to talk about a whole lot of things. And then lo and behold, she was doing her own thing at the background. Until last December, when we met, she came, we met at a Christmas party on our job again. That's when she said, hey, look here, I'm in Kumasi and this is what I'm trying to do. So it's a dream come true for me, for Ghana. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There are a lot of things that had gone into it. There are a lot of things going into it. Most people will not know, but with time, people begin to see the goal, what we're trying to achieve. We are now barely starting, so people don't get it. There are a couple of recruitment programs in Ghana.
Yeah.
But none of them is like how this one is. Most of them do staffing and staffing placement. So they get to the US and there are a lot of troubles. They go into a lot of difficulties and challenges. But with this, you have the employer coming to your country and say, I am looking for you. I'm prepared to take you, pay your air ticket, your accommodation, your green card and visa to help you get all those things and come and live with us and work.
Oh my.
Yes.
That's great. That sounds great, because maybe if some of us had had this kind of opportunity before, we would have appreciated it very much.
Yes. Good. So in the US now, in the United Methodist, are there other Ghanaians there working with you with United Methodist?
Yes, there are. We have John, Agnes, Patricia, and I. Yes, there are about 4 Ghanaians there, and we have Nigerians there too.
Oh, you have Nigerians, okay.
Oh, Nigerians are everywhere.
And then the Filipinos as well.
Yes, the Filipinos are more. So because they got the privilege earlier, and they still come. So
they still come, yes. Yeah. All right. So, Grace, thank you very much for joining us. Folks, you heard Grace. Like you, some 20 years ago or 23 years ago, she was in your shoe. She was in your shoes, and today she's living her American dream.
Yeah, I am.
So, does anybody have any question to ask Grace? You raise your hand so that I call you. If you have any question. Let me see. Okay. All right, I don't have any question in my chat box for now. Grace, maybe, you know, what my Ghanaian people are always interested in is the money. So
Yeah.
how much are nurses like you generally, not specifically, are paid and so on and so forth?
You know, everybody starts from a point, you know.
Yes.
So with my experience, that could be almost 30.
Okay.
Almost 30 an hour.
Almost
And then
30 per hour. Okay.
yeah. And then you are being evaluated every year, right?
Yes.
And then you get your increment and stuff like that. And if there is a bonus, the facility would also give that bonus at the end of the year.
Okay.
And there are things like overtimes you can do.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then I also want to state categorically that it is true that they have a place here that they can house you for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you look for your own place because you would have been working, you know, and you are being paid. So you can afford to have some accommodation.
Yeah.
Yeah. The place is right behind where the facility is. United Methodist. So, and they have so many other sister branches.
Yes. Thank you very much for that. I have two questions on the chat box. The first one says, please, what has been some of the challenges you have faced? Wow.
Faced on the job?
Yes, faced on the job.
Okay. Let me say, I personally work with a dementia floor.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And, you know, dementia, they live in their own world. So you are their world. You as their assigners, you would have had the training to know what exactly what a dementia patient needs.
Yes.
Or what his or her behavior entails for you to take care of. That is a challenge. And it's a little stressful. But the thing is, if you are in the profession and then you know your residents, you actually prepare for the residents and then you know what to do. And you are not, I'm always not there alone. Because when you are taking care of a dementia resident and things are not working well, we've been trained, you just leave the patient and then somebody else comes to take care of the person. Because probably the person is looking at you in his or her world in a different way.
Yes.
You know, like someone probably in his or her past that he didn't or she didn't like, you know, because a typical day in a dementia resident's life is not the same.
Okay.
Things change.
Yeah.
Things change. And well, what I would have to say right now is that you guys work very hard towards your studies over there or whatever that you have to do to be able to get your visa and get here.
That's right.
And then when you are able to get here, you will see things for yourself. But the thing is, the attitude we work with in Ghana,
yes,
it's very, very different when you come to this country.
Oh, I see. What's the difference? I love
because I could remember when I was in Ghana, you know, I mean, maybe you have a little stomach trouble or headache and you're seriously calling your boss saying that, hey, and then it means me mo na me and I say it's and you get away with it, you know.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean that you cannot call in. We have a set of sick days in a year in America.
Yes.
When you are sick, you can call in. And we have emergencies where you can call your boss and say, hey, this is what is going on, so I cannot make it today.
Yeah.
Until at the end of the pay period, no, those sick days are used to pay your
Yes.
But the thing is, kwadro ni hakra.
Sir?
Because kwadro, if you're lazy, unfortunately, because your bills must be paid. Well, and I feel so no, you can find a job. We are not even talking about just the health sectors.
That's right.
You know, there are so many things you can do. Yes, that can put food on the table for your family, that can take care of your children.
Yeah.
And then I also see that when the nurses come, either they're coming with their families right there, and I say, Omomoba first.
Yes.
And then the families follow later.
Yes.
Into obey Jumana Kakra, or serve or bond, no, within that time, many are there. When your baby, not just say one Kasawako bow bra, honor you can do. Yes. And if you have a question of maybe say maybe do her meet me as a Juma may near dear and say, and dear, yes. It all depends on what you do or what you want to do and the pace at which you are doing it. In teachers, opportunity a waha also.
That's right.
Na asetina no wahakra etiniama some of us obia tipi we anyway kumase for na online so etimi ahwe ye nuanom ne ye nuanom mma ne yebusuafo ne ade akọ college wo Ghana yebusu ne ade intino say I mean I was thinking about brain drain. Na question ya sankofo from Ghana abaha. But hey, say adwuma no esha na nkofo no dɔɔso sen adwuma no wɔ Ghana. Any way de the radia se Rose abomode sa ababe sa organization program wɔ Ghana nti ne ameka ne se munso mu yie na montoto no ma yie. Na chese ye mompa ese ebedu ho no mo betimi mo sabeka mo visa ni ade.
That's right.
Mo aba bedu na chese Ghana so because the more na ye di sika ne koye krom
na yes na no
exactly aka ye mpanimfo a me pese me nkumi nya no ye de beto mo bi
Nyankopɔn bɛka wɔn koma.
Yes, yes, yes.
Rose, that's
See,
about. So there are a couple of questions. Somebody was asking, so what's the difference between, this one there, you should have find out yourself. Anyway, you have asked, what is the difference between the registered nurse and the licensed practical nurse?
Main funny says CNAs, no certified nursing assistants, no. Omo boa nurses. Eyo omo juma. Inti saa so na LPNs ne so no. Omo boa registered nurses no.
Okay.
Eyo juma. But
Okay.
basically no registered nurse ne LPNs no difference ne say to send David Oka say earlier no almost 30 IVs near there.
Yes.
If somebody needs IV, almost normal baby almost yeah. Yes, near there. You know, in America, no, opese we hear certain things. I say we go school, we could do baby. I say we could do.
Okay.
And sana when you are but there are other places where you train you on the job. Yes, IV no man. So a program for crowd take it.
Okay.
Near there. And say R&D obviously no registered nurse ni sikano ebedo so asen LPN and asana LPN and so ni sikano ebedo so yeah exactly.
That's about on the course. I think some of you are new to the course, but during the training you see the differences between the RNs, the LPNs, couple or LVNs near the licensed vocational nurses.
Vocational, yeah.
There are some variations. You learn all as you go through the training. And then what we the diploma nurses going with CGFNS, what visa are we going with? We
visa
have yes, EB3 visa. You're all going with the EB3 visas. Okay, I think we have answered this when we were doing the training, the orientation for his EB3 visas you are going with. And then Fred is asking, how many years is the bond for United Methodist? Fred, just yesterday.
3 years, Anna.
3 years for RNs, for the registered nurses, and then 4 years
for
CNAs.
CNAs.
Yes.
Yeah. And that is what is happening here, actually.
Okay.
With the nurses, no, that's what I see. Okay. But say bond now, that's why I said earlier, and she said, won't mean yeah, Juma baby, the same health sector now. Let me in another place, have a Juma. And stuff right. Whilst you serve
the bond.
Once you serve the bond. Okay. Now, we say, not time now, 3 years now. So, I know I'm many Filipino nibi kasano so great. I'm almost 3 years, and I'm saying, it looks like yesterday when you were here and I was training you.
Sanity.
Yeah.
And then, Emmanuel, please, what is the retirement age in the US?
Meeting her crown, Mr. Crown, Meduho. Say, I'm almost there.
Okay.
Yeah, almost early retirement, like 62 years.
Okay.
So Ghana is 60. Ghana is 60. I will be able to 60.
That's right.
Senebea, others will find a job.
Job to do, yeah.
But America, no. So one day, ultimately quite to 70 years. So will be to me.
Yes.
But first early retirement is 62. And you know, second one, baby, 65 and some 66 and 8 months.
Okay.
But I'll be to me, I'll be for 70.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Folks, is there any other question you have?
Mumbisa
Question. Now I have a question. And I thank God you started mentioning that attitude to work. One of the strange attitude I find in Ghana is especially young nurses now. Obako awo pako na ye tia na ebinu kra decay. Does that happen in the US?
Hey, and a big lawsuit. A friend abuse, serious abuse. No, those things don't happen here. Yeah, and I feel so. I mean, you actually have to communicate. But say, year later, will be on the job. Say, hey, I'm running late. Maybe, but I'm running late.
Okay.
But it shouldn't be part of you. You have to communicate and interact with the people you work with.
Yeah.
Now, with my experience, with this job, we see and ansana, you become a nurse, a jumano,
okay.
And people appreciate you more.
Yeah.
You just have to be dedicated, committed and stuff like that. And then your human relations, work with people,
Yeah.
Say, hey, there are so many people from different walks of the world. There are cultural differences and things like that, but you got to respect everybody's culture.
Yes.
Got to respect people's culture.
Thank you for that. A couple of questions. These are, I see them as agency questions. We will answer them. We need to say, what is the age limit for one to be employed? We will answer that. Please, with the accommodation after the 2 months, will you help to secure a place or you are on your own? Oh, we help you to secure a place.
Oh, yeah. So, you meet people and you start talking about this amongst
your peers.
Yes, your peers near there, where they live and stuff like that. So Rose and the company, the partners near there, they are not going to just leave you like that.
Not at all.
But the thing is, wow, mother ball will hand so and also better
sanity.
You got to do things, do it for yourself.
That's right.
So and yet then. Hello.
Oh, good Lord.
Sorry. It's okay.
All right. And then Dorcas wants, kindly explain the retirement fund of 401 related to the contract. So that one, we will explain it as we go along, not for this forum. Okay, it will come as you go along. Then please, what are the difficulties you encountered in your first 2 months as a CNA?
To tell you the truth, you employ me, when I was employed, they give you someone to orientate you. So you are the orientee and then the orienter near there. Now, sir, as life has it, Bibia asha say yeding. Se me say yeding, enya idea, yeding, I won't me here, but you got to just relax and then take instructions from whoever is teaching you, and then follow it. And then use your initiatives yourself too. So, And you would never be alone. There is always someone to orientate you. So when you find anything difficult, you can always talk to somebody. You have your nurse, and then you have your peers who are, if you're CNA peers and stuff like that. But like I said earlier, you just have to communicate. Say, BB, yeah, you always have someone to talk to and stuff like that. Did I lose the?
No, it's okay. You are fine. Great. Thank you very much. David says, I can now hear you loud and clear. Okay, you had a problem with your microphone earlier. And then Christiana says, please, is there a section or floor for labor and delivery that CNAs work? Oh, you are a midwife, eh? That's a midwife question.
Those are hospital cases.
Yes.
Right? That is when you eventually decide to, after you serve your bond and you want to go to work in the hospitals near there.
Yes. Okay, then Ibrahim says, please, can there be racism from the residents?
Oh, yes. But most of the residents now, community, so inti no se obi wo ho na ewo ni mu deda enya fe ni ebe yi afi ni mu ewo ni mu, but it's not a big deal because your racism ne cry yankasa cry. Sometimes we are biased about our own people. I mean, it happens in Ghana, it happens anywhere. So Ghana is way or your chin way or your that kind of thing. It's not a big deal. Race is not there. But the community at which of whom we take care of, no, they are not that racist. Because someone hear more. So they are nice. Hello.
Yeah, Obi Oyaria, Ohia Moade. You said, Najunu Kama, because it may racist at the point that Oyaria, we should be sure. Anyway, good. Okay, so folks, I think the interaction has been so great. I don't see any further questions from you. So you are beginning to see the picture, what lies ahead of you. And this should motivate you and encourage you to give of your best. There are some of you who are barely starting. There are others who have gone through the assessment exams and have passed and passed your interview. Some are waiting to be interviewed.
Wow, congratulations.
So, yes, so you're at various stages. We want to encourage you.
So happy for them.
Yes, to give of your best and then finish hard. The goal is to send as many nurses and as many CNAs to the US. You just need to be honest and sincere with yourself. A bit of a worry and observation I have made, we keep making, is the Ghanaian, well, some of us will always want to not tell the truth. Unfortunately, a number of you claim you work with one institution, you go there and you don't work there. Some says we are working with Confanochi, you go there, they don't work there. We need to change. We want to encourage you, if you had such disclosures on your document, please get in touch privately, quietly, will help you do the right thing.
Exactly.
Will help you do the right thing. It will be sad you go through all this program, then at the tail end, because of a misinformation.
Yeah, the embassy will find out anyway.
The embassy will find out, and
Yeah.
all your effort would have been the drain.
Because background assessment, you don't have to forge anything. Just go through the course and everything.
Yes.
What I say. Now, me kwamishani say we nurse kra na opese we no at that CNA level. So I would need taking it as the CNA level.
Yeah.
Into ube do her because we are nurse and I say whatever ube do her, you have to write your NCLEX anyway.
That's right. That's right. The embassy, because we are an agency and we are recruiting people for the US, we have some trust and credibility with the embassy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mahu Kwan say, we didn't throw in that of our saying. From the beginning, wouldn't him say, documents are the it does not reflect the true situation. Please come over. We'll do it quietly and do the right thing for you. We'll not spend on you. If we do embassy for a visa amount, and a green card amount. Now Americans, yeah, for your one so one could see what cheap. I see my sister me a Juma Waha for the teaching hospital. No, oh, we don't have anybody like that on record. Please. So brandy my intention.
Munkai DNA, someone him say ye bear DNAs and things with the family into say Obi nya wo ba and I say a year. Moon share a nunsu ye because at the end of it, the embassy will check all those things.
That's right.
Yeah.
DNA test. And the thing is, the embassy has its own facility. DNA test. Yeah, in case you call anywhere for your DNA test, Nafabra. No, yeah, specific place you go and do the DNA test. If there is anything you have any challenge, any difficulty, please let us know now.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sure, are we all on the same page? I believe we do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Excellent.
Hello.
All right. Do you have any other? Does anybody else have a question?
We have some 2 questions in the chat box.
Oh, you do? Okay, let me check.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So William says, what does the center do if a resident abuses a CNA or an LPN or an RN? Oh, okay.
When something like that happens, there is a form we fill. You fill out the form, and then the DO and the director of nursing and then the HR together take care of that. They kind of investigate what goes on and then take care of it.
Yes, and then as part of your training, I think you have not reached there yet, there's a general rule and a general policy on the treatment of abuses. There's a law. There are laws regulating that. And there are levels of disciplinary measures to be taken against such persons. So, good you are asking now, but a time of when on the course, you come and learn those things when you get to the appropriate chapters. Okay. Then, Justin says, please, what is the overtime work limit if it is as one strength can.
Hey.
Okay.
And you'll be ready for over time and Ghana dollars. Justice, why you ready for?
Yeah.
Oh, what dear Brad? Yes, there's always a job for you. It's here.
Okay, so Evelyn says, please, are we going to pay for the DNA test, if I may ask? Yes, we will pay for you for the DNA test. Well, it's part of the fees you are paying anyway. So we will pay for you for the DNA test when the embassy requests for it. Yeah, so I've answered that the embassy, the agency will pay for it. Now, the rule says, please do the CNA, LPN, and RN work in the same place?
We all work together because we need each other.
So, Ruth, when you start your training, I know who is asking that question. You finish the interview and you start the training, you see one of the topics is in chapter 1 of the CNA training, the healthcare agencies. You see the nursing team or the healthcare team. It comprises of the CNA, the RNs, the LPNs, they all work together. Okay. Then BB says, please, should I write my kids' names on the CV? No, don't write the names of your kids on the CV. Just indicate the number. Okay, just indicate the number on the CV. Anita, also can you mute your microphone? Getting a feedback from you. Okay, better. Thank you. All right. So I think we have exhausted the question. Bibi, you are welcome. I think we have exhausted all the questions. All right. Thank you all very much. Grace, do you have any final words for us?
All I have to say is that you guys work so hard towards your goal so that you could achieve it at the end and then come and join us here.
We are sincerely grateful to you, Rose. Justin says, thanks for this. Thanks for this. So encouraging. Justin, thank you. We thank you all for coming. Now, next week, there's going to be interview on next week, Saturday. So the program will slightly change. We will inform you as we go along. Okay, one last question here. Please, I want to ask if those, I want to ask if those that are single and have taken their IELTS already. One second. Are we going to pay less of the stipulated amount? Yes, you deduct the IELTS fee out of it. Just take out the IELTS fee. All right. Okay, so on that note, we thank you all for coming. We are sincerely grateful to you. Grace, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye to you all. Bye-bye, everybody.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Welcome. Bye-bye, everybody. Everybody say bye-bye to Grace.
Seeing you, David.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye to you all.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.